Sagittarius, April brings a financial explosion. A powerful flow of money is coming to you. Have you been feeling lately that something is shifting deep within you? A strange sensation. A gentle yet powerful calling from within your soul, as if the universe is whispering. Sagittarius, the time has come. It is time for money, fortune, and true wealth to find their way to you. This is not a vague prediction. It is a message from the planets aligning in your own sign. From the energy of Jupiter, your guardian deity, who holds the key to a powerful financial transformation. And in this video, I will decode all the strongest astrological signals for April, the month when you will not only see money, but hold it in your hands. The month when you will know exactly who you are, and why you deserve so much more. You may begin April with worry, but you will end it with radiant light in your hands. This is the time for you to act, invest, renew, and awaken the great creator within you, a courageous, decisive, and wise Sagittarius. And remember, I am ready to receive my prosperous destiny. Write this sentence in the comments. It is not just an affirmation, it is a way to connect with the universal energy that is guiding you. If you feel that these words are touching your soul, leave a like. And share this video to spread positive energy to more people. Astrological overview for Sagittarius in April. April is approaching, bringing with it the warm breath of spring, and also a time when the universe begins to gently vibrate to open new doors for Sagittarius. Under the light of astrological movements, you, someone who has experienced, sacrificed, and dreamed, are about to enter a new phase, where money and financial opportunities are no longer distant dreams, but present and attainable realities. When Jupiter returns to your spiritual home. Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, always represents expansion, faith, and unexpected miracles. In April, Jupiter begins to move into a special position in your birth chart. A harmonious alignment with Venus, the planet of wealth, and Mercury, the planet of thought and communication. This combination is like three companions whispering to you. Your old dream is now ready to take form. If you have previously nurtured a project, a new career direction, or even a personal way of making money, this is the most favorable time of the year to begin. There is no need to rush or be loud. Just be honest with what you truly desire, and the universe will extend its hand to guide you through every turn. House 2 and House 8, the secret chambers of wealth. In astrology, each house represents a domain of life. This April, the two houses most illuminated for Sagittarius are House 2, personal finances, and House 8, shared resources, gifts from others, and rebirth after crisis. The movement of planets into these houses suggests you may be offered a financial opportunity from someone else, an investment proposal, an unexpected sum of money, or simply a door opening at the right time. At the same time, you will also learn how to manage and elevate your financial value. Not just through action but through maturity in thinking. Perhaps you have had difficult financial experiences in the past. But what you learned from those events will now become your most valuable assets to rise again. The universe never lets pain occur without purpose. Every stumble you took had its reason. The sun enters a fire sign, and Sagittarius ignites once more. When the sun moves into Aries, a fire sign like you, it's like the flame inside you is rekindled once again. Perhaps in the past few months, you've felt slower, more tired, or less motivated. But stepping into April, Aries energy will empower you with courage, determination, and enthusiasm to begin a new journey with a heart full of hope. You don't need to do anything grand immediately. Just trust the first step, and the universe will arrange the rest. A favorable time to learn or to begin again. With the support of Mercury, the planet of intellect, April is also a favorable time for you to upgrade your skills. Learn something new, or start over. Especially if you're considering a career shift, investment, or further education to improve your finances, this is a sign from the universe that you are on the right path. And you know what? It is never too late to begin again. Sometimes, you have to go through a few cold winters to truly appreciate the first sunlight of spring. And April is exactly that sunshine made just for you. Sagittarius. Transformation doesn't always begin with a step forward. Sometimes, it begins with a moment when you pause to listen to yourself. Pause to listen. Pause to breathe. And pause to look directly into your own heart. Into the things you carry, heavy, cramped, sometimes old, and no longer fit for the journey ahead. In the tarot card Oito de Copas, 8 of Cups neatly arranged. A man walks away in the dark, leaving everything behind. Not because he doesn't value the past, but because he understands. It's time to seek something more worthy. And so do you, Sagittarius. This April, you are not only changing your job, your income, or how you view money. You are changing your very perception of your self-worth. A transformation begins within, where the light of belief gradually dispels the doubts you once carried. You have come a long way, but not always in the right direction. Perhaps you once ran very fast, worked hard, and devoted yourself endlessly. But then, at some point, you suddenly realized you are tired. Not because you have become weaker, but because you are running toward a place that no longer belongs to you. This is exactly what the stars shining in your birth chart want you to realize. You don't need to keep holding on to what is old. You don't need to stay in a job that exhausts you. You don't need to continue a lifestyle that makes you feel empty. You don't need to cling to an outdated image of yourself, that you are only capable of this much. The truth is, you can be reborn. You deserve more. The shift begins within your own heart. True wealth does not begin with the number in your bank account. It begins with a decision that you are ready to let go of what no longer fits. The universe does not give gifts to those who cling. The universe only offers miracles when you open your hands, even just a little. And at this moment, the planets are forming a special flow of energy. Jupiter, your ruling planet, is preparing to lead you into a new realm of thinking and belief. The sun shining in Aries, bringing inner fire and motivation for renewal. And Mercury and Venus walking behind, whispering. Only when you are willing to take a step will the new door open. Transformation is not about discarding the past, but making peace with it. Sagittarius always carries within a wandering soul. You love freedom, crave new horizons, but sometimes, because of that, you forget your roots. This April is not calling you to discard everything. It is inviting you to sit down and look deeply into what still holds true value. You don't need to rush. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. You only need to be honest with yourself. Am I living in alignment with my heart? Am I holding on to things that no longer serve my future? Am I staying in a place just because I'm afraid to start over? If the answer is yes, then you have reached the very first point of transformation. Awakening is not a blazing fire, it is the first gentle light in the darkness. Letting go is not loss, it is the first step to becoming wealthy. One of the greatest illusions we tend to believe is this: that when we lose something, it means we are failing. But under the light of the stars, loss is often the unique language of the universe, clearing space for something greater. When one door closes, the ordinary complain. But the awakened, like you, will listen to the sound of that lock and ask what it is echoing inside the soul. April is the month for letting go of old patterns. It is the month of shifting, without noise. You only need the courage to look into what you no longer want to continue. You don't need to explain to anyone. You only need to agree with yourself that I deserve a new journey, gentler, wealthier, and more aligned with my soul. A message from the stars: take a step, even a small one. No one loves a journey like Sagittarius. You were not born to stand still, but to move forward. Whether it is an outer adventure or an inner voyage of the mind. And this April, the planets are waiting for you to choose your first step. Write down the things you want to release. Take time in silence to hear the true voice of your heart. Let the light from old dreams return, and this time, you will know how to bring them to life. If you have read this far, you are not here by chance. You are ready. Write under this video. I am ready to walk forward. Universe, please lead the way. It is not just a comment. It is a promise from your soul sent to the heavens. And when you send acceptance, the universe will return light and abundance. When money is not just numbers, but inner healing. Money is a part of life, everyone knows that. But for Sagittarius, money has never simply been something to store in a wallet. It is an expression of freedom. It is the power to choose. It is the path for you to pursue truth, distant journeys, and the yearning to live in alignment with your ideals. This April, the astrological current reveals a deep message meant just for you. It is time for you to heal your relationship with money. Not by earning as much as possible, but by understanding why you once felt unworthy of abundance. The Ace of Pentacles card, the beginning of a new financial era. In this month's reading for Sagittarius, the Ace of Pentacles appears as a clear sign that a solid financial opportunity is approaching. A seed is being planted. And you, yes, you, are the one who decides whether or not to water it. But for that seed to sprout, you need to face an important question. Do I truly believe that I deserve to live in abundance? This question may seem simple, but for many, especially those experienced, middle-aged individuals, it is a haunting one. Because you have been rejected more than once. Because you have overlooked yourself and sacrificed for others many times. Because you have heard phrases like, "Stop dreaming. Money is not meant for people like you," or "Just having enough to live is already good." All of those things, unintentionally rooted in your subconscious, have created a financial wound within you. Healing is the first step to becoming wealthy. Did you know? The universe doesn't just observe your actions, it feels the energy you radiate. If you still carry guilt when receiving money. If you still believe that wealth is bad. If you still think, "I'm not good at managing money," or "It's too late to start over." Then even when opportunity knocks, you won't hear it. Not because you are unlucky, but because the limiting beliefs inside you have caused you to close the door. And this is where the transformation begins. Venus and Mercury, a conversation between emotion and intellect. In April, Venus, the symbol of attraction, finance, and self-worth, will form a special alignment with Mercury, the planet of thought and communication. This combination is like a message whispering to you. It is time to rewrite your own story with money. Not with the words others have taught you, but with understanding, gratitude, and respect for all that you have overcome. You can begin with very small things. Write down 3 things you are grateful for every time you receive money. No matter how small. Talk to money like a friend. I am no longer afraid of you. I am ready to walk alongside you with wisdom. Practice seeing money as a neutral tool, not good, not bad, simply energy. And you have the right to choose how to use it. True wealth is living aligned with your heart. For Sagittarius, someone who lives for ideals, wealth is never just a number. It is the ability to live freely, in your own way. It is when you can do the work you love, in a place where you feel at ease, with people you truly respect. It is when you no longer have to strain yourself to please anyone. No longer need to explain your choices. And this April, under the positive influence of the planets, that path will begin to open for you. Maybe you'll receive a partnership proposal. Maybe you'll feel an urge to invest in yourself. Or simply, you'll have a new perspective on the question, why do I make money? When you can answer that question with honesty, you will no longer feel that you have to make money. but rather that you are allowed to receive money from the universe. From a tiny seed to a great tree, you just need to begin. You don't need to have everything ready. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to begin with one small act, an action that shows you are ready to step into a mature financial journey. Maybe you open a new savings account. Maybe you invest in a course. Or maybe you simply sit down and write out what you truly want from money. As the King of Pentacles says in the reading, act with wisdom. When you invest from the heart, the universe will invest back in you. A gentle message from the stars. You don't have to be rich to feel full. You just need to feel that you are moving toward what is truly meant for you. And April is that moment. If you feel these words are meaningful, write down in the comments, I am ready to heal my relationship with money. Because once you heal, you will not only see money coming to you, but also joy, relief, and a radiant light shining within your soul. When faith returns, financial miracles begin to reveal themselves. Sometimes in life, what holds us back is not the lack of money, opportunity, or capability. It is the lack of something silent yet incredibly important, faith. Faith that things can be better. That you deserve to receive more. That no matter how many times you've fallen, there is still a place reserved for your personal resurrection. For Sagittarius, the zodiac sign of aspiration, truth, and life philosophy, faith is never a shiny ornament. It is a quiet, smoldering flame, keeping you warm through the coldest days. When faith is wounded, you feel lost. But when faith returns, not only will you find your way again, you will also guide others to theirs. The Ace of Swords card, the light of new thinking piercing through the old fog. On the journey through April, the Ace of Swords appears like a blade of light. Not to fight the world outside, but to cut through the illusions, doubts, and limitations within you. Sagittarius is a fire sign, but not a raging fire, a fire of ideals. You live by vision, by the future you believe you can reach. Yet in recent months, you may have started to doubt that. Real life, bills, responsibilities, attempts with no results. All of that made you put aside dreams that once burned brightly. But now, the universe is whispering. It is time to restore what you once believed in. Jupiter, your ancient teacher, is knocking on your heart. Astrologically, April is the moment when Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, begins to shine powerfully over the financial houses. When a ruling planet returns to support your financial life, it's not just luck. It is the return of an inner strength you thought you had lost. You will feel a gentle awakening, as if someone is reminding you. You were never a failure. You simply forgot that you have the right to create miracles. The combination of the Ace of Swords and Jupiter's energy is the breakthrough in financial thinking. You will start to see opportunities where you once saw dead ends. See light where you once believed there was only darkness. And see your value, not through someone else's eyes, but through the lens of intuition and awareness. New thinking, new actions, new destiny. Faith cannot live without action. And April is the time for you to bring new thinking into real life. Maybe you start rewriting your personal financial plan. Maybe you make that long postponed phone call. Or maybe you simply stand up, look in the mirror, and say, I am enough, I can do this, and I will. That's not blind optimism. It is an internal decision, born from mental clarity, the essence of the Ace of Swords. When you act from a place of light, results no longer come by chance, they come as a natural response from the universe to your new frequency. You are becoming a guide, not just for yourself but for others. Once you restore your faith, you'll realize that what you learned during your hard times was not in vain. It made you stronger, calmer, more discerning. And most importantly, it helped you understand those who are now where you once stood. This is the moment when Sagittarius shows true character. Not only living for yourself, but also inspiring others with your own resurrection story. You may not realize it, but the light you restore today will illuminate the path for someone else tomorrow. And that is how you leave your mark in this world, not through grandeur, but through sincerity. A message from the universe: believe first, and then you will see. Every great financial change in life begins with a small thought. A spark lights up in your mind and says, "That is possible." When you nurture that spark, it grows. When you act from a place of faith, the results come gently but deeply. The universe does not require you to have everything. The universe only needs you to believe enough to take a single step. And April is that invitation. If you've read this far, take a moment. Place your hand over your heart and whisper, "I give myself permission to believe again. I believe my finances are entering a powerful turning point." If that resonates with you, write under this video, "I choose faith, and the miracle will find me." And as always, remember, what you give, the universe will return to you many times over. Share this video with those who may need a spark, a new sense of faith. When you step out of your old limits, your finances begin to shift. Each of us has an invisible circle, a space where we feel safe, familiar, and predictable. For Sagittarius, a zodiac sign that loves freedom and adventure, sometimes that circle isn't a physical space, but rather the limiting beliefs you've unknowingly carried for years. Have you ever told yourself, "I'm not good at business. Investing is for other people. At my age, starting over is too hard. I just need enough to get by. I don't dare to dream big"? These are the invisible walls that keep prosperity from reaching you. And April, with the strong planetary movements into the 8th house, the house of rebirth, is the moment you are invited to step beyond those limits. The Devil card, when you reclaim control over the material world. In April's reading, the Devil card appears, but not with the negative meaning many assume. When it comes to finances, this card represents the ability to hold, manage, and master the flow of material energy. You are no longer controlled by money. You are the one in control of it. You are no longer chasing opportunities. You are the one creating them. When you step beyond the fear of loss, you will begin to see the doors of receiving open. And the wonderful thing is, the universe will never give you more than you can handle. It always offers just enough for you to grow, one step at a time. You are standing on the edge of a quiet rebirth. No one may see the transformation happening within you. No one knows you are waking up each morning with a new determination. No one sees the journal entries you quietly write to realign your life. But you know. The universe knows. And these small actions are sending a powerful signal to the sky. I am ready. I no longer accept a limited life. Write in the comments, "I am stepping out of my old limits to live a more worthy life." This is not just a statement. It is a sacred declaration from your soul. Once you dare to speak it out loud, you will see the universe aligning to support you on this journey. When inner light shines, money finds its way to you. There is a secret of the universe that not everyone realizes. Money does not come from force or strain. Money comes from the place where inner light begins to radiate. For Sagittarius, the zodiac sign that carries the flame of wisdom and a longing to live according to personal values, April is the time you begin to shine from within. Not with fleeting or shallow light, but with mature light, born of experience, growth, and deep self-understanding. The Sun card, a blessing from the universe for your transformation. When the Sun card appears at the end of the reading, it is a clear sign that you are being acknowledged by the universe. Acknowledged for your perseverance. Acknowledged for the lessons you have overcome. Acknowledge that it is time for you to receive your well-deserved reward. The light of this card doesn't just illuminate your future. It clarifies what is real and what is illusion. You will no longer feel lost among countless financial choices. You will know which path is sustainable, which opportunity is truly meant for you. When you live in alignment with your truth, money doesn't need chasing. It will find you, as a natural response to the sincerity and gratitude you radiate. Expansion begins from within and reaches into reality. You may notice people beginning to treat you differently. Opportunities arise from unexpected places. An invitation, a proposal, a collaboration, arrives at the perfect moment. Not by chance, but because you have changed your frequency. And that is what makes Sagittarius, at this time, more magnetic than ever. You are no longer just dreaming of a better future. You are living as if that future has already begun. An energy declaration to align with your light. Write in the comments. I am living in the light of my truth, and abundance is finding its way to me. That statement not only inspires you, but also creates a powerful resonance for those who need a spark of hope. And like a natural cycle, light always calls to light. You'll see. When you shine, everything around you changes too. April is not just another month in the year. For Sagittarius, this month is a gateway, where the universe gently pushes you forward. Away from a comfort zone that has become too small, and toward the most free, abundant, radiant version of yourself. You may have begun this month with anxiety. But by the end, you will see. It's not money that makes you strong. It is the shift in your awareness that awakens your natural financial magnetism. Sagittarius' financial journey in April is a journey of healing. You've learned to let go of what no longer serves you. You've reflected on your relationship with money with honesty and tenderness. You've had the courage to break old limits and step beyond fear. And more than anything, you've reignited your belief in yourself. That is not just financial success. That is profound transformation of the soul. Because money is not merely a tool for living, it is a mirror reflecting how you see yourself. The universe has heard you, and is responding with unexpected gifts. From the smallest dream to the idea you once thought was silly. From the opportunity you once missed to the person you thought had forgotten you. Everything is returning, not by coincidence, but because you've changed your frequency. The universe doesn't need you to be perfect. It only needs you to be true to yourself. And April is the reward for that honesty. Final connection. Declare your energy and activate your destiny. If you've walked this entire journey with me, write in the comments. I am ready to live the life the universe has always wanted for me. That sentence is not just a promise to yourself. It is the key that opens the financial gateway waiting for you to walk through. And if this touches your heart, leave a like, and share this video with those you love. April is your month, Sagittarius. This is the moment when your light doesn't just illuminate yourself, but also guides those who are searching for a life of wholeness and sincerity. You don't have to force yourself to be rich. You only need to agree to become rich. And the rest, the universe will take care of.